Hello, everyone. This is What's Up Wednesday for June 6th. I am Tara, so I will be doing the What's Up Wednesday for today. Today's topic is going to be lead generation. So I'll go through some of the best ways or some of the popular ways to get lead generation going through our system. Next week's topic will be community pages. So that's always a good feature to come back for in the training. And as far as new and upcoming things, we've always got things churning in our bucket here at Agent Marketing. The best ways to keep up to date with new and upcoming things are going to be by following us on Facebook, Instagram even, because we always like to post about things like that. We'll post about the upcoming topics on What's Up Wednesday and different fun things going on at Agent Marketing as well. So that's going to be the best way to learn about new and upcoming things as well. But the big thing today is going to be lead generation. There are a lot of ways in our system to get lead generation going. Everything from text codes to squeeze pages to different things. So I'm going to go through some of them. One of the most important things you do want to remember, first and foremost, is going to be making sure you have your notifications set up correctly of how you want to be notified of leads coming in. So make sure you do that. You're going to go to your photo in the top left corner here and click on Edit. Then click on Notifications at the very top. And this is where you're going to set up your notifications of how you want to be notified of leads. So just briefly, real quick, you make sure if you want to be notified by email, have your email address in here and check off Send Email under the Yourself column here. If you want to be also notified by text, then put in your 10-digit mobile number and check off the Send Text Message box under that same column as well. And you can set up different things, drip campaigns and things like that. But make sure you've got your notifications set up however you want to receive the leads. My recommendation is to do both. That way, if for some reason your email blocks a lead coming in, you also know you're going to be getting a text message as well. But that's also your personal preference. That's just my recommendation. Okay, so as far as lead generation goes with our system, the one we'll start with is the text codes. So every property gets a text code when it's put into the system. You can go in and change that text code if you'd like, because we just give it a random assigned number. So you can go in and edit the text code if you want. You'll see for this property, it was just automatically given this number right here. When people text for more information on a property, you're going to immediately receive the lead that someone's texting for more information on this specific property. When they text this number to 79564, they're going to immediately get a text back with the important property information: bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, your contact information, and a link to the property website. So this text code appears on the flyers. It also can be ordered on a sign writer. That's one of the warmest ways to get leads in our system, is by putting a sign writer up on your property that has the text code on it. You can order those sign writers from us. You can get them somewhere else if you want. But you can order them from the shopping cart, and it gives you the option of a whole bunch of different versions or layouts to choose from as far as the sign writers go. You can choose to order it with just the text code on it, which means they're going to text for more information, and you're going to immediately, like I said, receive that lead. You can see here how you can go in and order different layouts, different colors with different information on it, different things like that. So you can order the sign writer. That's going to be a great way to get leads coming in for the text codes. As well as if you have print flyers out. So say you've got a flyer box out front of the house and you put the flyers in there, that flyer is going to have the text code on it as well. So that's another way. If they pick up a flyer and they wanted more information, they could always just text for more information on the flyers as well. Let's see, you'll see it right here. For more pictures instantly, text this number to 79564. So there's another way. And then you can also use the text code however you want. If you want to do different kind of advertising with it, that's great. The sky's the limit, and you'll get some good leads off of that as well. So just remember, if you want to edit or change your text code to something that's easy to remember, you'll just go to your property tab and then properties, and then click on this little mobile phone or smartphone that you see right here under the main photo. And that's going to allow you to edit the text code. Some people will change it to their last name and like their last name 01 or their last name 02. Some people will change it to the street name. For this one, you could put City Lights or City, or, you know, just kind of get creative with it. Or you can leave it as is. Either way, it's just kind of a personal preference, but it's kind of neat to change it to something more customized. Another way to get leads in the system through a property website is going to be something that's fairly new with our system, and that's going to be the property site registration. So it's where you can go in if you go to edit for that property, and then you're going to go to website. You're going to see where it says pop-up controls. So for the pop-up controls, this is going to be, whether it's optional or required, it's going to be like a registration form. Show on homepage, you have some options here, show once daily, and then you can change the greeting, and you can even change what the button says. And then this will either allow it to be an optional registration or a forced registration. And that way people would have to fill out their information before they could view anything else on the property website. And it looks like this. The property website will pop up, and then the registration will pop up right here. Remember, you can customize what this says, and then it's your name. They would put in their first name, their last name, their phone number, and their email. And then you can change what the button says as well. So this is another way to get leads through a property website. And remember, you can make it to be an optional or to be a forced as well. Another way for lead generation through the system is going to be through your agent website. For the agent website, we put several default pages on there for you. One of them is the home value page. So for the home value page, it's going to be on your website automatically as one of the pages we give you. And when people can go to your website, they can click on the home value page. So it's a what's your home worth page. They can put in the address of their home, then they would have to put in their information and then submit it. You will immediately receive the lead with their home address, their information, and then you can create a CMA report for them, get their home value, that kind of thing. So this is another way to get some really good lead generation. This one is automatically showing on your agent website. However, if you want a standalone home value lead page so that you can use it other places, we have one of those as well. And if you're on your personal tab and then personal websites, like we are right here, you'll see these pre-built sites over here on the right side, the seller leads websites. This is going to be a standalone what's your home worth page. So it's a home value page, but you can use this on Facebook, Facebook ads, different things like that, however you want to use it for advertising. So this is just a standalone version of the one that appears on your website. So you have two options as far as that goes. We do have other pages that you can add to your agent website that are lead generating pages. We have one that's called free reports, and then there are several others that you can add to just generate some leads on there as well. Another big one for the agent website is going to be the property search. If you have a property search on your agent website, it's going to be the registration page for that. So if you have a property search, this is what it looks like on your system or on your website, I'm sorry. When you create a property search in our system, you can add it to your agent website just like this. When you create it, it's going to give you an option of if you want to have that registration pop up. So to create that property search, you go to the little wheel or the gear in the top left corner and then click on IDX Access. So you'll see the different searches that are here. And I'll show you that here is the part where you can decide about the registration, the pop-up count. The pop-up count means how many houses can a person click on before they're asked to register for an account. So you can, right now it's set at 5 by default. You can make it 1, you can make it 2, you can make it 10, you can make it whatever you want. But by default, this is how many properties the user will look at before the pop-up comes. And then you have the choice of whether or not they can bypass that pop-up. So if you want, you can make it forced. You would just click no bypass. That means they cannot get off that registration form unless they fill it out and submit it. But you can also make it optional. So you would just leave that box unchecked, and then that would mean they can if they want to. If not, then they don't have to. But again, if they do fill that registration out and submit it, that's an immediate lead for you. So that's going to be a great thing. Once they do register for an account too, just as a side note, once they register for an account, you can then track what they look at through our system as well through IDX tracking. So this is another big thing. You can obviously, like I said, this is going to be found when you set up the property search is where you can change this. It's going to be, hang on just one second. Computer seems to be frozen. There we go. You're going to do that when you set up the IDX property search, and that's done from the little wheel in the top left corner, then IDX Access. And then it's going to be when you're creating one, you'll see that pop-up count at the bottom and the no bypass here as well. So that's where you're going to be setting that up for the agent website or for the property search on the agent website. And one of the last big things I want to talk about as far as lead generation goes within our system is going to be the squeeze pages or landing pages, however you want to call them. You can find those under leads on the left side and then squeeze pages. These are a really great feature. It's really fast to create. We give you 9 different ones to choose from. You'll see 9 different ones here. They all have relevant content on them. So you don't have to come up with your own content for these squeeze pages. It can be, it's automatically done. They all have relevant information on them for people. However, if you want, you can go in and absolutely change what they say. For example, this general purpose, I believe the title up here says 5 powerful buying strategies to save you thousands. Okay, and then it's just got some information here. People can fill it out and submit it, and then you get that lead, and then you can contact them with the information they're looking for. But for example, you can leave this completely as it is, or I've seen an agent before change it to be completely about an open house he had coming up. So everything on here was different. So it was really interesting to see how much you can actually really edit and change these to be exactly what you need it to be. Or you can just, like I said, leave them as is. You can edit the information. Some of these you can edit the background photos. But our goal with this feature was to just give you a really quick and easy way to add one of these into your account, and then you can just start using it. Use it to post on Facebook. Use it to create Facebook ads with. Use it, people have talked about Google AdWords. People have used these on postcards. Different things like that. Posting to Facebook is easy with these. It's literally, you can either just take the URL that we give you for it, which is right here. If you click on options next to the squeeze page, you'll see the free URL right here. You can just copy and paste it onto Facebook. Or if you go to widgets, it'll allow you to post straight to Facebook from there. If you go to our What's Up Wednesday YouTube channel, you'll see there is a past video on squeeze pages, and it shows you how to do all that to Facebook too. So you can check that out if you want step-by-steps for that. And then as far as Facebook ads, we do have a resource for that as well. If you want to kind of see some instructions on how to create a Facebook ad with the squeeze page, if you go to resources on the left side and you go to strategies, in the middle column here, you're going to find a section that says strategies, social media. Click on that, and then you're going to see Facebook advertising, Facebook lead generation guide. This should just give you a good guide about how to go through and create an ad for Facebook, as far as using any of the squeeze pages or even that standalone home value one that I showed you earlier. So that's a good resource too if you want to check that out. So those are a lot of ways to get leads in our system. There are others, but these were the main ones I wanted to point out because they're the most popular. They're the biggest ones. Again, make sure you set up your notifications of how you want to be notified of leads coming in. That's done from your photo in the top left. Click on Edit, and then click on Notifications up at the very top. I know we covered a lot of information in this webinar today over a bunch of different things. So just remember, if you don't remember where things are, or you have some more questions or anything like that, our support hotline's in the top right corner of your account, or you can use the online chat, which is also to the support team that's in the bottom right corner, and they can help with any questions as well. But now I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions to see what we've got going on here. Let me pull up my questions here. See what we got. Okay. Susan asks, I've got a sponsor column and notify. Why? That sponsor column is if you have a sponsored account by someone else. If someone else is sponsoring you to use the system, then that would allow them to get notified. Otherwise, if you're using the system on your own, then you would not need to worry about that section. Is the size of the sign writer standard to fit in the sign section below or above the main section? You can go in and check it out. Under the shopping cart, we have different sizes and materials there. Mary asks, is a text code that has already been taken but is not being used, is it possible to get from the old user? You can contact the old user to see if they can, if it's not being used. You could also call our support team, and it may be something that they could help out with, as far as if it's something that's really old or expired or something like that. Susan wants to know where you view the reports. I'm not sure what reports you mean. So if you want to give me a little bit more detail on that, then I'd be happy to help out with that. If this is not, Yolanda asked, if this is not my primary website, how do I get people to come to this website? If you're talking about the agent website in the system, the more places you put the link, the better. If you want to put it on your business cards, if you want to put it on Facebook, also the better the information you put on it, the better Google sees it. So if you have testimonials or videos or community pages or just a lot of good information on your website, the better it can be seen as well. Charles asked, do these landing or squeeze pages link back to me? The good thing about the landing or the landing pages is that the squeeze pages is that once someone fills out the information and submits it, you do have the option to then have them forwarded to your website of choice. So once they fill it out, they click submit, they can then be sent on to your website where they can then search for properties or whatever you want them to do. So you do have a way to link it back to somewhere you want them to go to. How do we track and monitor leads? Leads, like I said, you can be notified by however you put your email or text or mobile phone number in under the notifications. And then they'll also be under your CRM. So your leads and clients will be where they automatically show up too. And then that's where you can set them up on email drip campaigns, monthly newsletters, different things like that. So that's what they'll come into as well to track them and monitor them. Alan, about the What's Up Wednesdays, I know we needed to re-record a few of those from last month, so we're working on that. And then this one will be up after about an hour or so after the webinar is over. We'll have this one up on there for you. I don't have an ETA for that, April, as far as updating the marketing tools, sign writers, business cards, etc. I do not have an ETA for that, but I would just, like I said, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, because those are the kind of things that we'll have on there. Video instruction on, I'm not sure which video instruction you're wanting, Wendell. This recording will be up on the What's Up Wednesday YouTube channel, like I said, about an hour or two after this webinar is over. Okay, Susan asked, what was the text code you could change? You can change the properties text code. So that means if you go to property and then properties, you click on the little phone right here, and even if you hover over it, it says edit the text code. You can click there. And then it allows you to change the current text code for the property website is this, 1413052. You can change that to whatever you want. It's like a 7 characters long, so it can be numbers and letters, it can be a word, but that changes the property text code. The 79564 is always the same. It has to be. That's our short code, and that's how it knows to connect it to a property website and things like that. So, but you can change the one that is assigned to the property itself. Can you change the background of the general squeeze page? Some of the squeeze pages you can change the photos for. If there's one that you wanted something completely different, you can call our support team. That's probably something that they can help out with without a problem too. Okay. Oh, okay, Susan, I see you answered. The reports, the free reports that I was talking about is another page that you could add to your agent website that's lead generating. And Susan wanted to know where you view those reports. That isn't something we have. That is literally just a lead generating page. So you can get these reports, you can get this information for them, but we're just letting you know, when you get the lead that they're wanting this information. And then you can find that information. In fact, I've Googled that information several times and information comes right up. So it's just kind of up to you how you want to get that information, what resource you want to get it from. But yes, but we just supply the lead and not the actual reports. Can you reuse old rider signs for a new property? Yes, you can. You can reuse old riders for new properties. We have a way to do that. It's not a problem. If there's ever a time you want to do that, you can just call support and they can walk you through how to do that. Which plan does the squeeze pages start on? The landing/squeeze pages are on the everything plan as far as agent plans go. And then you can access all the different features of the system as well. All right, are there any more questions for me? Remember, if you ever need help, if you can't remember everything we went through, anything like that, the support team is here to help. The number's in the top right corner of your account, or you can use the chat feature in the bottom right corner of your account as well. I'll leave it open for another minute or so to see if there's any more questions coming in. Kimberly asks, is there anyone that we can hire to build our sites? With our system, it's template-based, it's very simple, and the other good thing about it is that our support team is here to help. And I'm not kidding when I say that. There's a lot of systems that literally drop you as soon as you sign up. You can't get a hold of anybody. Our support team is here. They will walk you through adding anything you need, helping you, adding content to your website, different things like that, answer any questions you have. They're very good. They're very helpful. They're very patient. And so it's not hard, and we have a lot of help here for you. Will I be notified when a lead looks at a property that is sent to them through the IDX search? Not if it's through the email. You'll be able to see when it was last read, but you won't be able to know that they clicked on that one through the email. When you enter the URL in Facebook, is it just the link that shows, or does a picture of the property and detail show? Well, I'll tell you, Carrie, that depends on Facebook. Sometimes they will allow a picture to go, and sometimes for some reason it just puts the link on there. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Facebook is very strange like that. I did it once 3 different times, and the photo and description showed, and then I did it one more time, and it didn't. So it can, and I'm just going to be completely honest, But if it doesn't show the first time, just try a couple more times, and usually you can get it to populate a picture. Sometimes you have to go ahead and post it, and then you'll see the picture as well. Any other questions? Nothing else? Remember, next week is going to be over community pages. And then if you have any other questions, then you can just let support know. Susan, if you want to know where to put a sold price on a property, you would just go to the property tab and then properties and click on edit for that property, and you can enter the price there. Any other questions, you can go through our support team. Remember, there are numbers in the top right corner of the account, or the support chat is in the bottom right corner of the account, and they are here to help you guys out with anything you need. Just remember that. And then we will see you next week to cover community pages. Everybody have a great week. Thanks. Bye.